Hi, I'm Johnny Kerr and welcome to my review of the film Filth by John S. Baird. It's based on the novel by Irvine Welsh. Now first off, you'll be pleased to hear that it's most definitely the best Irvine Welsh adaptation since Trainspotting. John S. Baird has one feature film to his name before this, in the football hooligan movie Cass. I seriously upped his game with this film starring James McAvoy. Now first of all, the film, if you're looking for a narrative where the story, you get really engrossed in the story and it's something you really want to see what happens story wise and then plot wise, it's not the film for you. It is a complete and utter character piece. James McAvoy provides the performance of his career thus far. He plays a detective on the Lothian Police Constabulary. He's Bruce Robertson, who is basically a bent cop. He's addicted to drinking drugs, takes drugs on the job, bribes people, is violent towards people. Generally speaking, is just not a particularly nice guy. So basically, the film revolves around us following Bruce on his journey and essentially his mental breakdown. His wife and child have left him. And he's basically just going further and further into a sort of canyon of drinking drugs, and he's completely losing his mind. His mental state totally deteriorates, and that is what this film's about. It's absolutely masterfully played by McAvoy. In my personal opinion, he should be up for absolutely everything. He just totally immersed himself in the character. I know it's such a pretentious thing to say, but he totally did. It was just an absolute magnificent performance by McAvoy here. Now, not only was he excellent in the film, the supporting cast were absolutely brilliant. We had Jamie Bell, we had Gary Lewis, we had Imogen Poots, Jim Broadbent, you name it. It was just such a fantastic cast. I mean, there were bits of the film that I felt you could have been doing without. I mean, Jim Broadbent was in it, however, I feel that his character wasn't unnecessary. It was necessary to see what was going on. He basically played a psychologist, Bruce's psychologist, but Bruce saw him in visions, rather than, he only actually sees him physically once in the film. He sees him through visions. Now, anybody that's read the book will know that he actually talks and hallucinates about talking to a tapeworm, which they've actually got rid of in the film in place of these hallucinations of Jim Broadbent's Aussie psychiatrist. Now, I don't know, I just felt that Jim Broadbent tackled the role wrong. That might just be me. I just didn't really feel his character, to be honest with you. But apart from that, I think it's just an absolutely magnificent character study on probably one of the best Scottish characters we've seen in a film for quite some time now. Where the film is massively successful, it takes you in such a roller coaster emotionally. In 1 minute you think, wow, this guy is a complete bastard, because his life is so shit. He basically thrives on ruining other people's. He does all these things to try and basically fuck other people's lives up, and sort of drag them down to his level. I mean, he's got one friend whose wife called, he basically prank calls her, is giving her basically sex calls and stuff like that, just to mess with him. That's the kind of guy he is. But then you see some emotional depth to him, and you feel sorry for him. But then he goes and does something totally abominable again, and you just can't help but hate him. And then he goes and he kind of breaks down, and it's so good at sort of toying with your emotions, and it pulls you from pillar to post. And all the way through the film, you're not sure if you love or hate this guy. I suppose the best way to describe him is a complete and utter anti-hero. So it was so well adapted from the book, because there was so many things I've read in the book that were just so unfilmable. They've really been very successful, and as I say, it is the best Irvine Welsh adaptation since Trainspotting. Absolutely fantastic film. Which really the thing you need to see here is James McAvoy's performance. Absolutely magnificent. I don't know if you'll see another performance like it. I'm not saying it's going to be the best performance of the year, but you certainly won't see another performance like it for the rest of the year. Absolute tour de force, and I really do believe that he should have everything coming his way. and the way of this character, just absolutely magnificent. So basically, my overall rating for Filth is that it is a really down, dirty, gritty, but very, very funny, actually, adaptation from a classic Irving Welsh novel, and I would give it a rating of 9 out of 10.